Hello guys, this is module 2b and the topic which we are going to understand is potential difference. Now look here, before we actually start the term potential difference, we need to understand one particular thing, like when exactly the flow of water, or you can say that when exactly the flow of charge is going to be happening in a system. Here we are taking an example where we have two water tank 1 and water tank 2, and you can see that both the tanks are placed on the ground. That means in both the tanks your potential energy, the gravitational potential energy with respect to the ground is same. In this scenario there will be no exchange of water between the two because both are having the same gravitational potential energy. Now in case if I raise the height of water tank 2, now what is going to be happen over here? When water tank 2 height has been raised with respect to the water tank 1, we can say that the gravitational potential energy of tank 2 is more compared to the gravitational potential energy of tank 1. So in that case your water is going to be flow from higher potential to lower potential, or you can say that the water will flow from tank 2 to tank 1. So we can conclude one particular thing over here, that there will be a flow of water whenever there's a potential difference between the two tanks. In a similar way, we need to understand that there will always a flow of charge whenever there's a potential difference between the 2 points. Now let's take one more case over here, and this is a potential difference case. Now when I actually consider body A, here we have a positive charge which is present, and when I say positive voltage, you simply need to understand that positive voltage exists because you have removed the number of electrons from this particular body, and the charge which is more in number is going to be positive. Definitely when we have removed this particular negative charge from this body, it will be introduced on some other body. So what will happen on that body? You will have excess of electron. So in whichever body you have deficiency of electron, you simply say it is going to have a positive voltage, and the body which is going to have negative net charge, we simply say you have excess of electron in this body. That is the reason the net charge of the body is negative. Now we understood one thing, that positive is considered to be high potential and negative is considered to be at low potential, and we know that there will always be a flow of charge whenever there is a potential difference between the 2 points. If the potential at both the points is going to remain same, there will be no flow of charge. So in this case the charges is definitely going to be flow. So when we talk about potential difference, what we need to understand is this, that potential difference is nothing, it is the work done on a charge. As you can see that potential difference, the work done is something which is written in terms of joules, and this is charge which is coulomb. So joules per coulomb means energy behind the charge. That's the reason when we have taken an analogy over here, we have taken in terms of energy, and this joules per coulomb is something which you can call it as volt, which is going to be the SI unit of potential difference. So here is the last point, which simply says the potential difference between the 2 points is equal to the work done in moving a unit positive charge from one point to the other. Now if you have to give you one more example to understand this potential or potential difference, just look over here. Now suppose we have a point, this is point A, and let's say here we have some voltage which I can write 100 volt. Now if somebody says that why this particular point A is having 100 volt, definitely we have on this particular body we have removed the number of electron, and that is the reason there is some voltage which has been present over here, and at this point A you have a voltage which is 100. For this body, if you say that from where exactly the work done is on the charge, because we have seen in the definition we have written work done on a charge, definitely if you know only one point, the other point is not known to you, then definitely the other point can be considered to be at infinity, which is basically not known to us. So we are bringing a charge from where? We are bringing a charge from infinity to point A, and that is the reason we don't have to worry about the position which is at infinity, because that is not known to us. We simply say that this is actually the voltage at A is 100 volt. Similarly, if someone says at point B you have some plus 20 voltage, Why we say that voltage at point B is 20? Because in this case also you can consider that you are bringing some charge from infinity to this point B, and that is the reason the voltage at point B is 20. So this is my potential. My potential at A is 100, my potential at B is 20, which can also be known as my voltage at point A is 100 and my voltage at point B is 20. Now if I connect these 2 points, if I connect these 2 points and someone says what is the potential difference between A and B? Now A and B, if I have to calculate the potential difference, I will simply do VA minus VB. Definitely in that case you have 100 and the potential at point B is 20. The potential difference between the 2 points is 80 volt. So what we understood over here, whenever we are going to talk about potential, that means only one point is known to us, the other point is at infinity. But when we talk about potential difference, how many points should be known to us when it comes to the potential difference? We should always know there should be 2 points and we are calculating the potential difference between those 2 points, and that is the term, that is the thing, that term comes out as potential difference. So if I have to conclude this particular module over here, potential is actually the voltage at one particular point, and when it comes to the potential difference, you should always have 2 known points. So this is what we need to understand over here, and this is a very basic difference between potential and potential difference. Thank you.